Of course, the issues of marriage and home ownership feed into each other. People tend to delay marriage when they don't feel financially ready. But at the same time, without a marriage or a stable partnership, it's harder to combine incomes and save up to buy a house. Without a house, people feel like they're not ready to raise kids, and without the prospect of potentially having kids, the motivation for marriage itself gets pushed back even further. As you can see, it's this vicious cycle. One missing piece makes the others harder, and before you know it, you're in your late 20s, early 30s, feeling like you've fallen off the track, even though the track itself doesn't really exist anymore. It's not just bad luck, it's not that life is just supposed to be like this, it's that we as a generation were betrayed. Not by regular people in older generations, by the way, because I see a lot of people, they like to blame the boomers or whatever. It's not just the ordinary people, because a lot of them are struggling too and understand what we're dealing with. The betrayal came from the people at the very top. The politicians, the bankers, the tech billionaires. The ones who rewrote the rules of the game for their own benefit while telling us to just work harder. They're the ones who inflated housing costs while cutting wages. They're the ones who turned college into a debt trap. They're the ones who outsource jobs, lobby for policies that benefit corporations at our expense, and then go on TV to lecture us about personal fiscal responsibility. Meanwhile, they sit in mansions, buy up starter homes through shell companies, and then tell us we're lazy for not owning one ourselves. So no, it's not necessarily that everyone who's struggling in this generation is lazy, entitled, or bad with money. The truth is that the ladder was pulled up by people who never planned on letting us climb it in the first place. And that betrayal is why so many young men feel disaffected, hopeless, anxious, even nihilistic. Because deep down, we know that the dream wasn't lost, it was stolen. And of course, I do want to remind people that there is a lot to be grateful for. For example, our generation doesn't have to deal with world wars and that kind of stuff, and we have a lot of modern technologies and conveniences that we should be grateful for. So in that sense, things are truly easier than ever. But of course, that doesn't discredit the actual issues that we do have that I'm trying to point out in this video and in a lot of my other videos. So I hope that makes sense as well.